Okay, so we are in Lyons at the Starbucks on Ogden Ave, and we are about to set up for like drop-in office hours type things based on Casey's stories. So what are you hoping for, Casey?
Well, I'm hoping to meet people in the village of Lyons, and I'm hoping to kind of interact with people that read the story, pass out copies of the story, and kind of importantly, like answer questions. I think it's important more generally that when I write something, I show up and I make myself available so that if people have questions about me or what I wrote, they can come and talk to me themselves. I also think it's good. I think it helps diffuse like anger people have if they can see like a face that's friendly, and I think I'm very friendly. It can help kind of relieve some of those tensions. And then maybe, you go out and you meet people and maybe I'll get a source or two from the event.
So we've been doing some like targeted outreach leading up to this, sent a targeted email based on zip code that Star tells me did pretty well this morning. Casey has brought a bunch of reporting materials, FOIAs, notebooks, things like that, and we have copies of the story, more info about the BGA, reporters' notebooks, if someone would like one. So yeah, we're hoping for expecting maybe around a dozen people.
Yeah, maybe 10, maybe more.
So pretty small, but I think that's the point, is keeping it intimate and keeping it one-to-one. So we will report back later. Oh, hello. Okay, it's 8:07 and we just wrapped up at the Starbucks. We had around 20 to 30 people come through, I would say.
It was a good, there was at points like people didn't have seats and, we had to find seats for people.
Yeah, it was chaotic for a minute.
Yeah.
People showed up like right at 6, stayed until 8, which is wild. And I think it was, in terms of attendance, way more successful than we were anticipating. What are your big takeaways? Things that struck you?
That people like being involved in the process. Like, people like being involved in journalism. They like feeling like people care about their communities, and they like seeing truths about their politicians printed in the newspaper. I think for a lot of people, they just had kind of a sense of community when they came out here, and they were talking to us, but they were also just talking to each other about their towns and their lives and what's going on. Lyons only has 10,000 people, so it is a very closely knit community.
Yeah, I think one of my big things that I took away from it was, like you said, they weren't just asking us questions, but they were asking each other questions. There was a little bit of fighting, I think, which is, I think, healthy. And also people asked, like, where can I find this? What else do you do? A lot of people, didn't know about the BGA, it seemed, and a lot of people didn't really know what we were about. So I was happy that we could educate them and let them know that, we're keeping an eye out. We are listening to you, what you want to know, what you want to hear about. So overall, I would give it a 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Grade it.
I would give it a solid 4 stars. My expectations weren't super high, but it gave me confidence because I feel like people read my story and they were interested, and it wasn't something that just kind of went out there and disappeared. People were engaged with it, and people were very nice, I thought, on the whole.
Also, the benefit of being here, at the end, I think we went to thank the barista for putting up with loud screaming people for a minute, and he was and I gave him a copy of the story, and he was like, oh yeah, I went to high school with Getty. So there is something to be said about showing up and being here in this space rather than just online. So good job, team.
Yeah.
Yay!
Do we want
You want me to
No, it's okay. No, that's you're good.
I was just thinking okay, this is fun. Right.
Yeah, you're good.